Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope you have an amazing time with your friends and family. It means a lot that you're attending and I wish you the best. Today, we'll be talking about how to get ahead in life for Asian men. Of course, this advice is applicable to everyone, but as an Asian dude, I want to specify and kind of tune in and lock down on some nuances that I found to be helpful. I think the number one thing I like to say is, look, guys, don't complain. If you are a dude or a woman, whatever, but sorry, men, don't complain. I think that's the number one most unattractive quality and trait that people do not appreciate. If you bitch and moan 24/7, no one wants to be around that. It's like, look it, do something to change the situation. I understand that life sometimes sucks. I understand that things happen and life is cyclical. Sometimes good things happen, bad things happen. It's a wave. I get it. But you don't always want to bitch and moan about the current situation, about your boss, about your friends, about your family, about your whatever. This is not an attractive trait. Just be like, hey, if you have a hard time, be like, hey, having a really hard time, do my best to get through it. But just be humble and be joyful and be nice. I understand sometimes it's really, really hard, but no one wants to be around someone who's negative, unlucky, and sad. It's just very not fun. They're vibe killers. They're energy vampires. And you don't really want to be around that energy. I understand that it's like things really suck sometimes, but you don't want to just continually moan. No one wants to be around that. What you're saying and exhibiting to everyone else is saying, hey, I'm helpless. I can't do anything. I'm incompetent. I can't solve it. I get it. Sometimes it's okay to healthily vent, right? If you're always doing this, dude, no one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear that. Even if your job, be like, oh, this guy got a promotion over me, blah, blah, blah. This guy's doing this. Like, who cares, man? That's their life. What can you do about your life? Look, you missed this boat. There's another boat coming. What can you do to make sure you're ready to get back on that ship, ready to go? Another thing I like to say is, guys, is Asian men focus on whatever, your school, your job, or your career. Increase your income for yourself. Do your best so your money is in a good place where you can live in a solid place. You can buy the things you want to. You can invest or retire. Do what you want to do. I think financial freedom, independence is very, very important. I feel like it's a cornerstone, it's like foundation of everything else you do. You really can't do everything else if your money is not right. So get your money right. Do what you need to do. I'm not saying you need to slave your entire life away, right? So you don't really have free time. You should enjoy what you do. Work-life integration. Find a way where you enjoy your work. You don't have to love it, but you have to like it. And it provides you income to do what you want to do on the weekends and pursue your hobbies. I think it's really, really important. But in order to do hobbies, you kind of need money. I had to say, if you want to have fun, you kind of need some money. Whether it's $1, $10, $100, you need money to do it, right? If you want to go paint, you need to go buy art supplies. If you want to play sports, you need money to go buy the sports equipment. It's the number one thing. So do your best and focus on that. If you really focus on your money, I truly believe that you'll have more confidence, power, and be like, hey, look, I can really step back and focus on my priorities. And trust me, coming from a very impoverished background, I come from a very poor family, first generation, and single mother, I grew up homeless, blah, 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 blah. But money troubles absolutely fucking suck. When you don't have money, money will solve 99.9% of all your problems. Because when you're hungry, you don't have heat, you don't have school supplies, you don't have clothing. I mean, really, it really deteriorates your mental health. You're quite anxious because you can't survive. Your basic needs aren't even being met. So money is really important when you're broke. Once you have enough of it, enough is, it's up to you, it's arbitrary. You can really focus and find out what's really important to me, right? Have some introspection, find a way to enjoy your life. So another thing I like to say, guys, is social skills. Find a way to be socially aware and pick up the social nuances around you. I feel like you want to be integrated in a cool group of friends or community. I think community is number one thing that's really important. You need people to look out for you and have really good friendships. You also need to know how to effectively communicate with people from all different races, genders, different SES, socioeconomic status, and just find a way to communicate with them. I think that's really important in this life. Realize this world's becoming globalized. You need to be able to walk in a room with people that look different from you and be able to communicate, get to see their point of view, and just be really cool. I think it's a really important skill to have because realize we all come from different backgrounds. We all have our individual stories, struggles, blah, blah, blah. But if you aren't able to relate as a human being, man to man, you're gonna have a lot of issues. I think it's really important to sit there and be like, okay, cool. I may have a lot of money, I may have a good job, but my social skills fucking suck. Find a way to integrate yourself in a community so you can really start becoming socialized. I think socialization is very, very important. I hate to say it, you don't want to be the weird motherfucker that no one wants to talk to. Who's like, this guy is creepy, he gives out weird vibes, he's awkward, no one wants to talk to him. That's a defensive mechanism, it's a good trait. So what you're saying is, hey, I'm safe with this in-group, This is out group. This guy is a foreigner. I don't know if I want him in my community. He could hurt me. He could hurt the people I love. He could abuse me. You know what? It's okay to be defensive against weird motherfuckers. I think people who exhibit really awkward energies and traits, you can work on it. You can change it. I have a hard time trusting people like that because I'm like, hey, what's your deal? Clearly, if you don't pick up social cues, I don't really trust you because you might not know what safety is or what you're doing is harming others. I think complete unawareness of your individual actions and how it affects people is very, very, very dangerous because you're like, you don't know what you're doing to harm people. You could say something, you could do something, and like everyone's like, whoa, this guy's weird. I don't know if you ever guys been in a room like that. You guys are chilling with your buddies and this guy walks in and you're like, whoa, this guy's, you know, for example, I mean, a couple of times I want to like get a drink with my buddies and this guy walks in super unaware, you know, hits on the bartender or waitress, all the girls, and you're like, dude, like, where the hell did you come from? Like, chill out. There's a way to do it. But like, you know, I was kind of heightened aware. I was like heightened. I was like, whoa, what is this guy doing? Is he? And then try to befriend us. And like, dude, I don't know who you are. Let's take a step back. You know, just stuff like that. Have some self-awareness. I think that's really, really important. It's really like, hey, how are my actions harming others? Or how do people view me if I do this? I think always question your own actions and be like, hey, what am I doing, right? Cause and effect. And this takes time. You got to sit there, talk to people, and look at it and be like, okay, cool. I'm sitting here. What do people think about me? And you just develop that skill set over time. Once again, it's a skill set. It's very, very, very important. I think another thing, guys, is dating. Dating. I mean, my whole channel is focused around this. I get a lot of inquiries and DMs about this. Having a really healthy dating life will save you. I think the ability to identify positive traits in another individual to date, marry, blah, 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 whatever you want to do is very important. Your life partner will make or break you. If you get married or involved with the wrong person, that will take years out of your life. It'll deteriorate your mental health, physical health, bank account, and it'll just waste your time. I think everyone is so ready to lunge and get ready into a relationship because they're lonely instead of finding a high quality individual to do it with. You're wasting your time and the heartbreak. Think about the time you need to recover from this horrendous individual will take years, months, I don't know. Sleepless nights where you're gonna be in pain, heartbroken. It's not a fun thing. So really just take your time and be like, yo, I'm a sanctuary. I want to protect that and the energies that I let in, because if you don't, they're gonna destroy your life. And then it's like, what's the fucking point? Cool, you had sex, but now you have less money, less time, you're older, and that time and effort is keeping you from finding someone you're really compatible with, right? I think the ability to identify fucking crazy is very important. I feel like whether crazy women or crazy guys, it's a really good skill because guys, I get it. Sometimes you get wrapped up in testosterone and you just want to have fun. But guys, don't stick your dick in crazy. Just being honest, like just really be cognizant and aware of how you participate in, you know, fun stuff with someone who's really not there to support you, because it's going to save you some time, right? Save you some diseases, heartbreak, crazy, getting slashing tires. I'm not saying this is the norm, but just be aware of that. Be really cognizant of who you decide to get romantic with or develop intimacy with. And if you find a really good person, you find the good traits, it's going to save you a hell of a lot of time. But you have to be able to identify healthy characteristics in individuals and friendships and relationships, right? If you are able to identify a really good person, befriend that person. They'll be in your life forever. Find people who have your back, which leads to my next topic. Find better friends. This is so important. I feel like your friend group really determines who you are. It's a reflection of your intrinsic value and characteristics, right? I feel like it's very important. If you have really bad friends, guys, are you really a good person? If all your friends are toxic and suck, and they suck, what does that say about you? I feel like really bad friends promote really shitty behavior. Like, let's go drinking, let's go smoking, let's do drugs, blah, 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 or let's go cheat. Like, guys, really shitty friends, guys. You don't need that. Find better friends who support you, who will have your back. You don't need people who will backstab you, blah, 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 right? Find people who will have your back no matter what. I think that's the most important thing, is just find better friends. Finding better friends will elevate your status and consciousness and allow you the space to get better. Because you're like, wait, what does my friend Connor have that I don't? Let's find a way where I can integrate that into my behavior so I can become better. And they push you to become better. And they'll call you out on your bullshit. Really good friends will be like, what are you doing with your life, right? They'll call you out, have those difficult conversations, really look out for you. Once again, if you have any questions, please email me at bedroomtalksconsult@gmail.com. It's in the description below. If you want to set up a one-on-one consultation about dating, whatever you want, please email me. It's quite affordable. Want to see what I'm up to? Follow me on Instagram at m.deep20 in the description below. As always, wish you the best. Namaste.